I pride myself on making videos that are simple, man. When I was getting my master's in economics, I remember thinking, I don't want somebody to have to get a master's to understand me. The question that I'm going to ask you at the end of this video is going to be very simple, but it is going to be very, very uncomfortable. So Gretchen Whitmer, the Democratic governor in Michigan, just passed a bill that fully funds Medicaid in her state. So the people in Michigan almost lost their health care coverage to Donald Trump's Medicaid cuts in his big, beautiful bill. They got this close. But Gretchen Whitmer stepped up and said, not on my watch, not in my state, I'll protect it. But if you remember, Donald Trump won Michigan in 2024. He carried the state. The people of Michigan voted in the guy who just tried to take a sledgehammer to their health care coverage and got saved from the consequences of their vote by their Democratic governor, by Democratic politics. So here's your uncomfortable question. How many times and how much longer are we going to keep saving people from the consequences of their vote? How much longer do we expect people to be able to wreak havoc in presidential elections and then hide behind the refuge of Democratic politics? The Republican president, George Bush, gets elected and gets handed an economy from Bill Clinton that's booming. The GDP is at 4%, just created 22 million jobs. The unemployment rate is at a 33-year low. America says, yeah, thanks, Democrats, we got it from here. Hands it to George Bush. He leaves it in a recession. Obama gets handed an economy that's losing 700,000 jobs a month, fixes it up, makes 16 million jobs, cuts the unemployment rate from 8% to 4.8%. America says, yeah, thanks for pulling us out of recession, Obama. Thanks for pulling out of recession, Democrats. We've got it from here. Hands it back to the Republicans. Hands Donald Trump an economy that is on the largest economic expansion in the history of America, 128 consecutive months. Trump leaves it in a recession again. Actually, 10 of the last 11 recessions have all been under Republican presidents. How long do we expect Democratic politics to clean up your mess? Democratic politics killed cigarette usage indoors. Republicans fought tooth and nail against it. Democratic politics created Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Democratic politics created the 40-hour work week, the minimum wage, the VA, the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act. And Republican politics were on the opposing end of every single one of those things. Aren't we so lucky that they happened to lose? But how much longer does America continue to expect to get saved from the Republican politics it keeps voting for by the Democratic politics that it keeps voting away?